Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Group Iron Man. Last video, I continued working towards 99 Slayer, and I went to Grotesque Guardians for the first time on this account, and we got a couple of drops. We got the Granite Hammer and the Granite Gloves. You don't get these from Grotesque Guardians, I just want to wear them along with this because I can look like a true Chad this way. Last video was all just working towards 99 Slayer, and at this point, I'm 91k left to 99, and that is what we're gonna get done this video. We also hit 300 million total XP last video, and I got some combat tasks done last video too. I'm not like specifically going for combat diaries right now, at least, but it's just like whenever I get a Slayer task, I may as well try to knock out one or two of the combat tasks depending on what they are. But I've already come to accept that I don't think I'll ever get any combat diaries done above maybe Elite. I don't know, I haven't even looked at the combat diaries since they came out. It's just fun seeing the number go up because there's like a little tab for it here. Rune Dragons. The wiki says Fang is better than Lance. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I'll just use the Fang because I have it and I want to flex it. At the Rune Dragons, no Warhammer spec. I want to see if I can get a full kill with the Osmund's Fang without it missing, because the passive effect of it just makes it extremely accurate, and it just don't miss, dude. It just don't. Oh, never mind. Here's the hard casket from the Slayer task. And the master. But first, today's video is sponsored by Yahaha, which is a user-generated content platform that allows users to create 3D multiplayer interactive experiences. You don't need any coding experience or server knowledge. Anyone can create or publish their virtual worlds. Yahaha Studio has about 1 million features, components, and smart assets that you can use to make your dream game. On screen, I'm just showing a very basic example of how you can use one of their pre-made templates to make a quick game that you can play with your friends. But seriously, everything in Yahaha is customizable. You can create goals, add interactive assets, create enemies, challenges, add high scores, stats, skills, levels, or you could simply bring your dream world to life and build a 3D map to hang out with your friends. Just taking a look through these templates, I'm sure you can think of plenty of unique ideas of the kind of world that you'd want to build out of these. If you're scared to jump in because you don't know what you're doing, Yahaha has a tab for resources that will help you get started. And Yahaha hosts regular live sessions for the community on Twitch and YouTube to help users bring the designs that they have in their head to life. You can download Yahaha for free by scanning the QR code on screen or by clicking the link in the description. Get started building your dream game or dream world today, and thank you so much again to Yahaha for sponsoring this video. Well, there's the Slayer person that watches over the area. It's called Leave McCracken. And she says, "I'm Leave McCracken," and I say, "Leave McCracken alone." I'm like, okay, Leave. Is your husband's name Phil or something? Anyways, here's another hard casket. Real defense level. So this is where the 99 is going to happen. I know we're not at demonics right now, but that's just so people who want to show up can show up. These guys also drop malicious ashes. Malicious. That's malicious. It's a hard word. I want to see how much XP I get when I use demonic offering. 585. Nice. Is that it? No, it's not it. Wait, it didn't happen. Someone else killed it. That wasn't it. Okay, type the messages again. And there it is, 99 Slayer. Holy crap. I didn't think like this many people would show up. I don't know, I didn't really think people would come in general, but thank you guys for coming here. There's probably a bunch of people. Yeah, there's a bunch of people here too. All right, there he is. Can you sell me the Slayer's skill cape? 99k. Yes, and there it is. The Slayer cape. When you have the Slayer cape either equipped or in your inventory and you grab a new Slayer task, you have a 10% chance of being assigned the previous task that you just received. I'm sure they'll come in handy at some point for some tasks I really want to grind out. Thank you guys again for showing up. That's really cool. How did these penguins get here? That's crazy. My favorite animal, and Spook Dog's here too. What are the odds of that happening? Well, I was just taking care of my farming contracts tonight in between like fishing and woodcutting and stuff. And we just got the hardest farming level out of the way. So 99 Slayer is done. I'm gonna take a break from it for now. I might go back to Slayer again before maxing just to like collect supplies for herb lore and prayer, or maybe something to do while I'm doing herb runs. By the way, I did in fact end up getting 99 Slayer without a B ring. Neither of us ended up getting B rings in the end. But But anyways, so I have to decide what to do next at this point, what skill to train next. So I'm looking through all my skills here, and like we have, let's see, wood cutting, fishing, cooking. These are all kind of just AFK skills I'll be doing on the side. Mining, I might just end up finishing up through mining day alt for rune crafting. Smithing is the one that kind of stands out here. Hunter will just be birdhouse runs, maybe herbivore at the end. Herblore and prayer are sort of just bottlenecks. I could kind of do them in between other things. And the rune crafting too is something I have to like sort of straight up train. But for the most part, smithing's the one that kind of stands out the most to me as a skill I should just train and knock out of the way and just get it done with. I have all the supplies for well beyond 99, so I think it makes sense that smithing should be the one that I work on next. Bro, look at all the ores I have. This is a lot from Slayer and a lot from doing 98 mining at Motherlode Mine. The coal especially is from Slayer though. You get a lot from a lot of various sources, especially Zora. I'm gonna like pull a bunch of these ores out and that's gonna make a sick thumbnail. Look at that, man. The classic 6-item thumbnail. Classic 3x2. Before we start making bars though, I just want to check the GE value of all this. Oh my god, 108 mil. Just the rune ores alone make up almost half the value. My god. It's best to use 1-dose staminas when doing blast furnace, so that way you don't have to deposit the rest of the doses back into the bank since it's just a 1-dose. So I'm gonna go to the GE and decant these into 1-dose potions. First off, I'm gonna go to hide deposit worn items so I don't accidentally deposit the gear I'm wearing. And then I'm going to be wearing the goldsmith gauntlets and the ice gloves, except I have the ice gloves combined into the smith's glove, so that's what I'm wearing. And so I don't accidentally deposit all and deposit the coal bag and the goldsmith gauntlets because I want those to stay in my inventory. I'm going to fill the bank with bank fillers, and now when I try to deposit, those will stay here. While I'm in the bank interface, I'm going to shift right click the coal bag and make the left click be fill. So now when I'm in this interface, I'll just left click and it gets filled directly from the bank. And then same thing with the stamina potions. Even though I have it set to withdraw all, so like the left click for anything is withdraw all, you can also shift right click so that stamina potions are specifically for withdraw 1. So when I left click, it's just going to take out 1 dose. And I also have the left click here set to drink, so I could also just left click drink directly from the bank interface. I know, it's crazy. RuneLite just makes everything customizable. Oh man, okay, before I start, I'm just looking through all these ores in the bank that I have to go through, and I don't even want to think about how many bars I can make per hour in total. I just know it's going to take a long time. So I'm going to start with 5 mil GP in the coffer and starting with 88 smithing, which I also reset the XP tracker for, so you'll just see that go up throughout this process. I have to restore my run right now, and because I have the Ring of Endurance equipped, I have this charged up with stamina doses. So each time I drink a stamina, it's essentially going to give me the effects of 2 doses. So my run will be restored by 40, and I'll get 4 minutes instead of 2 minutes of stamina. And Blast Furnace is probably one of the most common use cases for the Ring of Endurance. What you're seeing me do here at Blast Furnace is a combination of gold and mithril bars. I wanted to make all my gold ores into bars, but I'd basically be wasting like a full extra inventory of ore for each run I do to the conveyor belt. And that's because of the existence of the coal bag. Since I need to make these myth bars anyways, it sort of min-maxes the XP by allowing me to do like, I think it'd be 1/3 less trips to the conveyor belt overall, or maybe it's like 1/4 less trips overall. I don't know, but you get the point. It saves you more trips overall, assuming you plan to make all of these into bars eventually anyways. And you can see the rotation for running this method is :gold, :myth, :gold, :myth, and so on. And if you didn't know, one reason why Blast Furnace is so good is because you only have to use half the amount of coal per bar that you would normally have to use at a furnace. So in this case, myth is a 2-to-1 ratio of coal to myth instead of 4-to-1. Going by the assumption that I'll be getting about 180k smithing XP per hour, which I think is pretty reasonable over the long run for someone who's not like a super efficient player, but still paying somewhat attention, which I think is relatable to like the average person. It's been 1 hour of that, and the bars I made was just over 2k gold and 2k myth per hour. And if I have 24k mithril ore left, that means it'll be, I guess, like 12 hours till I'm done with just the myth, and then I'm gonna have to move on to Addy. No, goodbye, white stack of coal. Wait, I can fix her. Okay, now she's broken again. We got the first level of this smith and grind coming in, 89. I just noticed, look in everyone's hand. Almost everyone here has one of those holy hand eggs. There's probably someone that just like came by with multiple inventories and just threw them at everyone. Of course, as an Iron Man, I can't have one thrown to me, but it's just very random. Doesn't affect anything, does it? Maybe like weighs you down. According to the wiki, they weigh 0.25 kilograms. So I don't know. It's just a prank, bro. Epic prank. Oh, I opened up the group storage to put the D-pick in there for Spook. And this was a while ago. I just realized now because I opened up the group chat and I saw I had unlocked 2 more group storage slots from getting 99 Slayer. Level 90. I'm gonna call the day here for the first day of smithing. I did manage to average almost 180k XP per hour. This is like 7 hours of smithing today. And it looks like tomorrow I'll have 6 more hours of blast furnace before I finish up with the mithril, and then from there I'll move on to the addy. Hey, we got another smithing level. We got level 91. I just woke up not too long ago. As you can see, the XP tracker is still pretty fresh. And I just wanted to try this morning to see how much XP I could get per hour if I was like actually paying attention, or paying a lot more attention than I normally do. And I was holding about 220k XP per hour. You probably could get a little bit more, but I just wanted to show that that is possible for you and for me too. But I'm just gonna go back to doing it more chill and more relaxed for the rest of the day. I just had the realization that I never actually click on the coal in the bank because I just click the coal bag and it automatically does it. So I don't need this in the corner. I could just put this anywhere else. I'll put it back in the spot. 92 smithing. Well, that's basically all the mithril ores used up. So far I've gone through 900k GP in the coffers here, which I think it uses 72k per hour. If that's the case, it's been 12.5 hours. There's the last of the myth ore. I'll just save that in case I need it for anything. And I now have a total of 31k myth bars. So I'm going to move the myth out of the way and we'll move on to addy. And the rotation for doing addy and gold combo is different than mithril and gold because, well, with blast furnace, with mithril, it's 2-to-1, 2 coal for 1 myth. But with addy, it's 3 coal for 1 adamantite ore. And the rotation for doing addy and gold is going to be coal gold, coal gold, coal addy. So the addy is going to be every 3rd inventory instead of every other inventory, which is what I was doing with the mithril. And it looks like, I guess we're actually going to run out of coal before we end up running out of addy since it's 3-to-1. It's been like 30 minutes or something. I just want to show I'm getting slightly more XP than I was doing the myth gold method, which I assume is because I'm doing more gold bars, and gold bars give a pretty decent amount of XP. So I'm getting like 240k paying attention with addy versus like 220k paying attention with myth. This is me trying to go for the rank 1 smithing day record. 93. Yo! I'm just doing my birdhouse run before bed, and I wanted to make sure I showed you my smithing XP gained for today before I log off for the night. So it was about 1.4 mil smithing XP gained, and I think tomorrow should be the last day of smelting bars. This is the last inventory of the gold. So at this point, I'm solely going to be making the adamant bars by themselves, no gold. So I'll put the goldsmith gauntlets back in the bank. Okay, move this out of the way. And now the rotation for making addy is going to be coal, coal, coal addy, coal, coal, coal addy. It's going to be very nice now not having to worry about switching gloves constantly. Yeah, I got to move the coal down here too. Maybe I'll swap these. It's also gonna be kind of weird because every other trip, I'm not gonna be collecting anything from the bar dispenser. I'm so used to just always coming back here whenever I deposit stuff into the conveyor belt, so I gotta retrain my muscle memory for this method. At this point, it's just making addy bars till I run out of coal, or at least get like close to running out of coal, and then I'll just be done with blast furnace. 94. Man, everyone's got their smites up for Harambe. I still can't believe it's been 6.5 years. Rest in peace, my friend. And it is finally over with. This is the last inventory I'm gonna do. And let's grab the GP out the coffer. We have 3.5 mil left. So let me do the math real quick. I started with 5 mil and I did keep track of GP the whole time. So I spent 1.5 mil, which means I think it's 72k per hour. That would be 21 hours of blast furnace over the last few days. With just doing the addy bars, I was getting close to 100k XP per hour, doing it pretty chill. And with each addy bar giving you 37.5 smithing XP, that means I was making about 2.6k addy bars per hour. Based on the amount of stamina doses I had in the bank, I believe this means I ended up using 248 doses. But I also have to multiply that by 2 because I also used the doses that were charged in the ring. So it was actually 496 doses of stamina, or you could just round it to 500 doses of stamina. If we round everything, that's like a pretty clean number. 500 doses of stamina for 20 hours of blast furnace. And then the smithing XP gained throughout this whole endeavor was 3.6 mil smithing XP, putting us at just over 8 mil. And I did it all without pooping myself. too much. I want to get a little bit more like AFK skilling progress done this video because I have some stuff to take care of IRL too. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more fishing and wood cutting tonight. Not at the same time, but yeah, those are the skills I want to get up. What I love about redwoods is I can go downstairs, make food or microwave food, spend time downstairs, like even more than 5 minutes now because of the logout timer, you can make it 25 minutes. Now I'll come back up and still be chopping and have like almost a full inventory of the redwood logs, and it is such a nice feeling. Oh wow, it's still, okay, so I got kicked off the game at like before 1 a.m. I just ended up going to bed shortly after that. I woke up, it's almost 10 a.m. now, and the servers are still offline. That's pretty rare for the servers to be offline for this long. I wonder what's going on. Even on the website, it doesn't show like anyone online. You know, normally it shows the player count here. I need to make my gains, Jagex, you don't understand. I need it. Bro, what is going on in the RuneScape Twitch directory? Jake, what are you doing? Why is everyone still in the RuneScape category if they're like, if no one's playing RuneScape? Bro, there is no way. November 23rd at, is that noon? I don't think that's midnight. I think that's noon. That's like, that's 19 hours from now. Oh my God. Oh my God. What am I gonna do with my life? You know, Thanksgiving is coming up and we were planning to go shopping today, so at least we didn't do our shopping yesterday. Yeah, it is 18 hours. Oh my God. What am I gonna do? Here's our Christmas tree / Hanukkah bush. Kara likes the Christmas tree. Fulcrum, come in. Yay. She's walking away from me now. Oh my frick, we are back. Look at that. Good news, you should be able to log into the game, except for this stuff. UK worlds are down. And I wonder like if there's any kind of rollback or anything. I guess the average player count per world can be slightly higher because all the UK worlds are gone. But let's log in here. 19 hours, my God. I'm pretty sure I was fishing, so I think there was a bit of a rollback. Was I fishing? Yeah, I was fishing. So I missed out on like a bunch of minnows that I fished. By the way, this means the game servers end up coming up like 12 hours sooner than expected. So it's pretty nice. By the way, I made a vlog on my IRL channel today. For any of you that don't know, it is linked in every video description, but yeah, you can check that out if you want to see the full skate session, what else we got up to today. Before we wrap up, let's take a look at the skilling XP gained in the background of this video. So it was almost 600k woodcutting XP and 300k fishing XP. Should have been more fishing XP, should have had more minnows, but you know, can't control the rollbacks. Man, poor Jake though, you know, Jake I showed earlier, he got a Missouri body on his UIM like right before the servers crashed, and unfortunately that was rolled back, so rest in peace. Anyways, that's like 15 to 20 hours of background skilling completed during this video. And the stacks of ores, man, it's looking emptier than it's ever looked since the start of the account pretty much. Well, I guess we got a lot of runite ore, but yeah, it's not gonna do much at this point. Okay, now they're all back in their spots. Yeah, it's pretty empty, but the bars, man, look at all the bars. Wait, let's do a price check. There we go. I mean, I won't be using the gold bars next video, but once we go to Giant's Foundry in the next video, this is way more than enough that we need to get to 99 smithing through Foundry. Well, with that, make sure to check out my duo teammate Spookdog's channel, which is also linked in every video description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.